So to discuss then. So last time we looked, we were narrowing up the 9" for the car. So in the meantime, if you look here, this is the brackets that one bracket that we saved, took off the rear end. And actually Jordan made a pile of the brackets for the housing. And he also made a pile of the brackets for the chassis. In the meantime, he drilled an extra hole, so we have more adjustment again, and which will be good for instant setter and everything with the suspension setup. So anyway, we just pulled the tires out from under the car. Now we're going to haul the rear end up, and we're going to take these brackets that are right here, and we're going to slide them on over the tubes. Only going to tack them at the moment when we get them on, because we're going to get suspension all set up into it, and it'll be a job. We get a rough where the pinion angle got to be, but I would say to get the final pinion angle into it, the car's at right height and the transmission's in the motor, we'll end up fully welding them on then. So we'll pluck that out, we'll knock the ends off it, and we'll start putting the brackets on. Okay, so we got the rear end disassembled again. The two side axles are out over there on the floor, and we had to take these brackets and probably just wring the holes out a little bit just to fit them on over the tubes. So the next step we done is we took I know these are used control arms, but what we done was we unscrewed the bolts and just seen how much thread is left in here. So we had to screw them in quite a ways, so they're about halfway in and out there now. So it ends in about right here, so we do have some adjustment, and we dropped the bolts down through them just to make sure that they're the same length. So I'll bolt these in now. I'll put them in these holes here, put another bolt in, clamp it, that'll separate this here, and then I'll grab the front bars and make the front bars the same length, same way, make sure there's lots of thread into the tubes, and we'll just get this in place there then. Very important, like I said, make sure, because if it's all the way out, you can't go out any further to center the wheels, or not even so much center the wheels, but even if you're preloading or just trying to adjust, put some rear steer in the car. So it's a good spot now. We got them pre-loaded where we want them. So we'll do the same thing to the front. Bolt 4 of them on to separate the plates, and we have a look right then. Okay, so we just finished tacking the brackets on, laid the housing flat on the bench. We bring this up the diameter of that pipe anyway, so that's pretty it's pretty level. We had a piece of pipe on every side, and we welded it. And right now we just got the housing pieces tacked. It may not be in permanently, but so what we got now, we should have the brackets should be the same on levelness. And like I said, it's not a permanent weld on right now, because we may end up having to do some pinion angle on it if we don't pick it up with the bars. Okay, so we're back in the garage. Let's have a look at the Mustang again. You see it last time. You're looking through the window here. So the rear end's in place and it's centered. It'll launch and stuff with the pinion angle, but what we're trying to do right now is we're going to try to make the piece of pipe to go across here to locate the bottom of the brackets. So what we have, I just cut off obviously a piece of pipe that is too long, and we'll take the center of it. We're going to put it in that tubing bender over here, and we're going to bend it in the middle and slide it out and try to bend it back the other way. So hopefully it'll make a piece of pipe that'll go across underneath where the draw shaft will be and over to your rocker. So we're going to put it in the bender and we'll see what you bend. So we're done, we put the bend, move it over, flip it that way. So now we're trying to bring it back a level. So just, I don't expect to get this in the first try or anything, but we'll bend it anyway, see what happens. So you get the idea there. It's starting to come around. So we just took it out of the bender and this is what we ended up with. So you know, nice little dip to go down our draw shaft. So next step is we cut it length, we stick it in the car. Anyway, see we got it there in place. Never mind the one between the two, that got to come out anyway. It's just for setup for me to hold everything in place. But yeah, we'll level her up, square her up, and then we'll just tack her in. Then it's time to make the back. Yeah, so a bit of grinding and a bit of welding and a bit of hole saw cutting, and we got most of the frame rails done into it. We got the basic shape there, and we got it tacked in place. So let's square the back up a little bit yet. Let's have a look. Well, you can see that. So got to run a couple of bars here on each side, and these the brackets are only laid here at the moment. So next thing you do now, we gotta square it up, and then we gotta fully weld most of it in. But you look around to the back. See there, this one here, we're not going to weld this in anytime soon. Most likely that's going to be probably one of the last bars to be welded in, because time back braces it, and we also we got to mount the shock brackets onto it. So just the location of that, we'll have to have a rear and back brace a spring purchase put onto it, and one here that we may have to move it to get the coilover straight. But as for that's pretty well most of it. We have to do something with the roll bars back here. Got that across here. These here are too wide. They're from the existing piece. This is only, and probably better look at the other side, this is only holding the hatch up. So that's no big deal with that. But anyway, the bars, the surprising part about the bars is that the two back bars actually start on the roll cage and they spread as they go back. So actually, really, we could probably just pull them in and attach them to the frame rails, which would be good. So anyway, till we get straightened up a little bit, we'll check back in a little while. Okay, so we're back again, and let's give a little look at the car. We got a little bit of stuff done with it. And I go around to the back. I had the rear end in it until just now, which as you can see, the car, we got a lot of framework put into it, and we had the rear end put in, we had everything mounted in, the bars put in, everything, and a ride height, and we end up setting the pinion angle on the axle. So the axle is right here right now. As you can see, we still have the bars left on it to keep the space right on this area here. So we're the next thing now is we're going to fire up big raid, so to speak, and we're going to weld this. And no, we're not welding it with a MIG welder. I think my MIG welder is only 140 amps. So you look at this old timer down here. Yeah, Lincoln 225. So we're going to stick weld it with some 70-18 rods, and should do nicely. So we'll start welding at that now, and check it out shortly. Okay, so just in case you wonder what I am welding with, this is what they are here. They're Hobart 70-18 rods. and I have a 1/8 rod, and actually I've used the ear liquid ones, and I actually like these better. So it may be the machine or whatever, but anyway, the Hobart rods works great with this one. So I'm starting off with a half used rod, so tap it a bit to get it going. I heard you get slag out, there's no point in it. Give it a look. So, as you can see, where we started here, we come around, we stopped, and obviously we had to change the rod. We started up here again. But like I said, for the first pass, it's pretty good. So, you know, we'll keep welding it and rotate around and get all the welding done with it anyway. But it looks pretty good. And if it looked any better than that, you think somebody else welded it. And there we have it. We never knocked all the slag off or nothing. We got her all welded around. We got the housing ends welded on it, and a little bit more work to do with it. But the back brace next, and I guess we'll just seal her up and get the disc brake set up and that put back onto it. And so we're getting there with it, but that takes a little bit of time. So anyway, we'll do another little update later on. We'll show you some more progress we got done with the axle.